A transgender woman has settled her lawsuit after being denied hormones whilst in prison. Ashley Diamond, 37 years old, she alleges that prison officials in the state of Georgia failed to adequately treat her gender dysphoria and denied her hormones. Well, $250,000 is what she's been given. And at the very least, this lawsuit has brought awareness to the increasing number of issues that we're hearing about transgender inmates and their treatment in prison. Just earlier this month, Sandy Brown, she won a groundbreaking lawsuit. She was put in solitary confinement for 2 months, allegedly simply because she was transgender. She's also talked about the abuse that she received, one guard repeatedly calling her it, watching her in the shower, telling her to commit suicide. So we're hearing more and more cases of transgender inmates winning lawsuits, settling lawsuits, but certainly raising awareness on the fact that changes are needed in the prison system.
Oh, there's no question, Joe, and something that's rarely talked about, and in some cases, I dare to say even expected when you go to prison, is prison rape. And Prison Rape Elimination Act of 2003, the DOJ decided that, you know what, maybe we need some reform in this area. They highlight the fact that transgender inmates are particularly susceptible to this. They estimated this roughly 13 years ago, saying that 216,000 inmates in this country were sexually assaulted, are in prisons, jails, and in detention facilities. And the fact that this happens more often than not to transgender inmates, it's something that needs to be addressed. But it's just one of the issues. You mentioned the most inhumane things, guards shouting at them, telling someone to commit suicide, understanding that prison is a rape culture for people that are particularly susceptible to it. A lot of issues going on here.
Yeah, transgender inmates, they want more protection. We know rape is an issue in prisons as it is, but certainly this does bring another issue into the spotlight that needs addressing. We're also talking about things like female products. Transgender inmates are asking for female commissary items. But we're also seeing on the other side many people arguing against this, saying that makeup, for example, might give them the chance to fool prison guards, disguise their faces, that bras and panties might actually give people more reason to rape them and put them at more risk. So we are seeing people arguing both sides of this. In my opinion, though, some of the arguments just seem like those who want to just throw any excuse against the wall and see what sticks. But certainly it's bringing awareness to the fact that we're talking a lot about prison reform at the moment, but as LGBT rights are under improvement in this country all the time, in prisons, it's something that needs a little bit more education. Certainly prison guards shouldn't be ridiculing people for their behaviors, ridiculing people for being transgender. We're hearing more and more stories like this.
You talked about also the aspect of having hormone replacement therapy and having access to hormones if somebody is in the process of changing their gender, and the denial of these hormones. It's at the forefront of lawsuits, particularly in California, and having access to that. But Joe, even basic things, as you mentioned, tampons and other aspects of being female, even makeup. You know, we've heard of stories where prisoners resort to fake up, which is taking a Jolly Rancher, for example, and painting it on your face, or a Sharpie, using whatever they have, whatever means of making themselves feel human. You know, basic things like this. Even on a ground level like that, we're looking at, reform issues here too.
Well, one of the issues here seems to revolve around prison guards lacking in education in these areas, and also lacking in empathy and lacking in compassion. Well, this lawsuit that's been settled, $250,000 at least, will bring awareness to some of this.